Jesus Christ. Check your phone. Guys, I'm back again with the fresh news. Now, this one is a very, very tragic event that just happened today and just a few hours ago. This is happening at Mainland Bridge. Guys, if you know Mainland Bridge, in case you're not in Lagos, Mainland Bridge was just reconstructed or resurfaced or whatever you can call it. It was just repaired because the bridge has been damaged for some time now and causing a lot of traffic on that bridge. So the government decided to fix it. So they just fixed it after several months now. It was just opened last month. And guess what is happening now? People are speeding at no limit. People are speeding at crazy limit. Even though the government has decided to put a 80-kilometer speed limit on the bridge, but people are still defying that because the road is so smooth that it's tempting people to speed at a very high level. Now, this has led to accident. Of course, maybe many more will still happen, but I hope that it doesn't. Hope that the government is going to implement rules, maybe have cameras, have enforcement officials to be on that bridge on a constant time, to be on that bridge constantly to monitor the drivers because people are speeding crazily. Now, this is an accident that just happened. You know, the bus, this yellow bus that conveyed passengers to island, from mainland to island, and you know, it failed brake. And then for the man to be able to stop the car, he had to now divert and then hit the walls of the bridge, and two people lunged out of the bus into the water, and then others sustained several levels of injury. Now, it is crazy because these buses that are being used, if you look at what is happening in Lagos, that is, if you actually are in Lagos, you understand that sometimes these yellow buses seem to be above the law. It's like a lot of the drivers, like they are not even trained, some they don't have papers. Most, I can tell you guaranteedly, maybe 80 to 90%, maybe even 100% of them don't have papers. They don't have all the roadworthiness, the licenses, and they don't have all those things. But yet they are on the road 24/7 working. And then you can imagine what has happened to that car. It failed brake. Yes, I understand any car there can be brake failure for any car. But for this kind of cars, when you see the way they manage it, you'll be surprised. Some of them don't have good gear. Some of them that if you see the brake fluid they use is not even brake fluid. They use other mixtures to do their brake fluids. So I'm not saying that cars cannot have brake failure. They can. But for this particular car, I think it should be regulated. Serious regulation on this particular car. If they have to scrap it, they should scrap it. Or if they have to enforce a law for all of them to go through mandatory checks to make sure that everything in the car is okay. You know, at least to be able to ensure that people's lives are safe. Because look at what is happening now. This is just the one we are seeing because it's happening at Mainland Bridge. That is why it has attention. Those that are happening in other roads, happening in Korodu, other places, Ishaga, all those areas of Lagos that don't have a lot of press. How will people even know? These things are happening on the steady. So guys, watch the video and see what has happened. Maybe you might know someone there. Happening live. Who's the owner of the bag? The person is still there alive? Can you imagine the car? That's to show you how bad the accident was. Probably some people have already lost their life now in this case now. We don't know. And those that might even survive, those that were pulled out from the river, we don't know if they survived or not. At least not yet. They are taken to the nearest hospital. We don't know if they are going to survive or not. And those that have various degrees of injuries, we don't also know if they will survive or not. It's crazy what is happening, and the government needs to look into it, especially those commercial vehicles. And more importantly, on that bridge, since the bridge has been opened, the speed limit of that bridge has been very high. People have been speeding, and of course, if you know Lagos, you know that it's like everybody's in a rush in Lagos. No one is, is patient for anybody in Lagos. If you are driving in Lagos, you have to be as crazy as the next person. Because everyone is running at a very high speed. No one is observing speed limit. Now imagine on that kind of bridge where they just finished the road, so the road is very smooth. Everyone is just speeding. So if you now have issues, it will be difficult for you to control. If you have brake failure, if you have a driver that is maybe, how will I put it, even a driver that is tired or something, it will be hard to control anything. If you have a small delay, someone can just hit you from the back because no one is patient on that bridge. So I think the government should look into it and then ensure that speed limit is observed. Of course, we can't say they should put speed bumps because it's going to defeat the whole essence of the expressway. But There should be cameras, there should be law enforcement agents, police, and all last man, the rest of them to ensure that people don't overspeed because people's lives are in danger. Look at what is happening. Let's continue watching.
See, now here be that. Now here be that, abi. And the person, if I say Sabi is water. It's a question. Now here be that. Jesus Christ. Check your phone.
Okay, today, which was on the 10th of April 2024, we have at 10 minutes after 11, we have a road crash accident very close to Adeniji bypass. That is an LT commercial bus that is 22 passengers that had a brake failure and it was on high speed. In the process, he rammed himself to the barrier on the side of the Mainland bridge, and of course, 2 adults were plunged into the lagoon. So then the next phase of the operation is that having recovered the wreckage and the victims taken to the nearby hospital for further treatment, the next action is a search and rescue operations on the waterway. And that is what we are collaborating together with Marine Police, NEMA, and
it should just be search and rescue. Yes, search and rescue should be, in fact, it should have been there 50 years ago. But that road needs to be regulated so that people don't overspeed. That overspeeding is an issue. Overspeeding is an issue on that express. Now, if you're someone that is moving slowly, it's going to shock you the way people are overtaking each other. So, search and rescue is very important. I commend them for that. They should actually implement that very quickly. And then find a way to devise, method to protect people or to stop people from overspeeding on that bridge. This is the latest info in Lagos right now, so I hope you are updated and you should be careful when you are applying that bridge. Either you are going through a bus or you are going with your own vehicle, just be careful when you are applying through that third Mainland bridge. And more importantly, even all around Lagos. Lagos is a fast lane city. Everywhere, there's speed everywhere, so you should be careful out there. Thank you guys.